Like
Yeah.
you can't let the fat ass cloud the cigarettes, but
Yeah.
it happens all every day. Welcome back to 50/50 House. It's your host, Boar, with my lovely wife, Miss Just a Girl in the building. So
Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, of course, because we are building all 2026. Okay, so relationships are tough, right? And I think a lot of times we live in a society where people complain about how there's no good men, there's no good women, and that can be true, right? There are good and bad people, and I think when you are going through the dating scene, you feel worn down and tired, but a lot of time we got to do some self-reflecting as to what led to us not choosing the right partner, dealing with somebody that we didn't really want to be with. So we feel like it's important that we start to self-reflect, and we're going to share five different things that we feel is essential to picking the perfect partner.
so I start off number one. I believe the number one. Well, again, this is not in order, but number one
This
is
can be
no
number
sex.
one. This can be the number one. This is the number one.
Yeah, but they not in order, so I don't want it to.
This is
Whatever. No,
okay.
no
Okay.
sex. No sex. Number one is no sex, right? And I believe that if two people can make a real connection, whereas though you feel like you want to still keep being around somebody or keep talking to somebody, they can keep your interest with it when y'all
Hmm.
haven't had sex. I think that's a really good indicator in terms of compatibility and things like that, and finding somebody that's like truly for you. I think a lot of times when sex get involved, we can then start to, kind of become a bum judge, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Like, we start to overlook things. The red flags be right there, but sex got everything clouded. So I think, and I know, we grown and everybody want to have sex and things like that. I don't have a specific time limit on it, but I do believe that if you can build a connection with somebody that you haven't had sex with, I think that that bodes well for more better long term connection.
Yeah. And I think obviously as women, I know we have now tried to program our bodies to move as men, and we just are not. And we know that as women we get real dumb, we get real delusional when sex is involved with a man that you are,
Men
and
do as well.
yeah, yeah. I'm just saying in the sense of we can't sleep around with multiple men, and like it's just going to start to become weird because you're trying to not have emotions involved, but it's hard for most women to do that. So I think we definitely struggle probably more than men, for most women trying to just jump in and have sex, and you see where it leads us, and a lot of times they can lead to relationships, but you realize that the foundation was never fully strong. So I'm telling the girls, although that was not my story, wait till marriage, especially the young ones. Just wait till you get married.
For sure. I mean,
Save yourself to
sometimes
marriage, if you can. Um,
sometimes some of the advice that we give, we may not have done. You know what I mean?
mhm.
But to sit up at this age and tell you to do the same thing that we did that may have been wrong, that would be foolish. I wouldn't do
Yeah,
that. I wouldn't say and say,
yeah.
"Yo, just do it because we did it." You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm going to try to
Hmm.
give it to you the right way that I think it truly be best for you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And um, because and any we had a unique situation anyway. You know what I'm saying? Which that separation was created anyway between us, whereas though we had to have it like that. But
Yeah,
um,
it helped. I believe
I
it
think
definitely helped.
that sex is like one of it squashes our brains on some level. You know what I'm saying? When
Hmm.
it comes to dealing with that person that we having sex with.
Yeah.
So
Um, okay, so number two thing is that we have to be true about our standards and our intentions, right? We all have our preference. And I think right now we are living, I'm going to emphasize this. We want to have realistic standards at the same time, when it comes to our preference, right? Like a lot of times, men and women, we try to convince ourselves that we like somebody or we can deal with this, and you really can't. And I'm saying like realistically, I'm not saying something that's just out of the ballpark, but being able to be find somebody who you really feel you can see yourself with, Like if you know that you're a woman who, like, let's just use an example, like the religion thing. You know, religion wise, you don't want to be with a man who is not of the same religion of your own. Why are you dating men who don't share that religion? Like it would be foolish of you to keep doing that when you know that's not what you want. Or if you want kids and you would meet a bunch of men who don't want kids, why are you wasting your time with men who don't want kids, or vice versa for the men? Whatever it might be honest and spend time with yourself to say, why do I keep like why do I keep dating men who don't have what I want, but I keep doing it? And that might go in the lines of maybe from the first thing, sex is involved, so that's why you keep finding yourself in these situations.
Um, yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think that when sex comes involved, like you said, the tie those two together. You can wind up, ignoring your preferences, ignoring certain standards that you have because the sex then squashed that brain of yours already,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I'm saying. When it comes to this one though, as far as being true to your preferences and things, I feel that a lot of us waste time with people, like just
Mm-hmm.
long periods of time, whether it's months, years, whatever. But it'd be long periods of time with somebody that ain't it's not up to what you say is your preference or your standards,
Yeah.
whether it be it's, where their hair is, or you know what I mean. A person, some guys, they want the natural woman, but they're dealing with the woman with the weed, and whatever it may be. Like, it's no need to try to force the issue. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
said, a religion thing. It's so many different things, and when it comes to dating and messing with each other and stuff like that, like we do out here, a lot of times I feel that people just them Jones go out the window when they like a person
Oh
for
yeah,
whatever reason.
definitely.
Most
That,
of the time, like it's sex, or it may be
yeah.
like some type of status or something like that. But again, it's just because a person has that status, if they don't fit your criteria, let that person go. You
Yeah.
might have to spend some time alone, which a lot of times we don't like to do, but you may have to spend some time alone because you're trying to find that person that fits your bill. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that you'll be more successful in finding that because not only do we waste time with these people, it's an extra body, it's an extra this, it's an extra that. It's like, so it just makes it harder and harder for you because then when you go into the next person, it's like, are you really putting your full effort?
Mm-hmm.
Are you not, stuck in like all these things that you've been going through when you continue to ignore your own preferences that you
Mm-hmm.
have for yourself? You gotta stick to them if
Yeah.
you're really serious about trying to find a husband or trying to find a wife on that level. You gotta stick to those standards and be intentional about it. Like, oh yeah, this
Yeah.
girl smokes cigarettes, I'm cool. Like,
Yeah.
you can't let the fat ass cloud the cigarettes, but
Yeah.
it happens
I
all
just
every
think
day.
when you, and I guess this can tie into this as well, like when you are moving out of desperation because you really, like I said, when you are trying to, when you really want someone but you have your preference and your standard, it's hard to keep them because you are so desperate for somebody that also makes you kind of like, like, well, you almost are like, what if I don't meet anybody else? Or what if I don't, find nobody as nice as this person? So you find yourself again dismissing them standards or push them to the side because you are in your state of like loneliness or, and I understand that. I understand that when when you really want someone, your standards get lower because you're like, well, maybe I gotta keep lower. And again, we're talking about when you are realistic, not no, I want a millionaire, all of that. We're talking about this realistic standards that you're like, it's hard to find a good man or it's hard to find a man who whatever. So I think definitely trying to not operate out of desperation will also keep your ability to stay true to your standards and your preference that you might have when it comes to dating. So
Um, I agree, and I want to go to the next one that kind of I believe it just fits with this what we talking about, um, which is that you gotta learn from your past. Um,
mhm.
you can't continue to make the same mistakes. You can't continue to pick the same guys, go for the same stuff, and the same thing with the guys. Like
Mhm.
a lot of times when we trying to do this relationship thing, we have an archetype. You know what I mean, and things that we like. May
Yeah.
not be good for us, may not be the right thing for us, may not be what we can handle, but it's what we like sometimes. And I think that most of us, we make the same mistakes a lot of times. Now women tend to do it much more than men because eventually
Mhm.
men get tired. Like, all right, man,
Yeah.
no more girls at the strip club. That's it for that. It just ain't
Yeah.
working. You know what I'm saying? Women seem to never get to that point. They continue to try to play the same play over and over again, like they're going to make one work. I don't really understand that. You know what I mean? Women, they wouldn't do that with anything else. But I say this
Yeah, I don't
a
know. I
lot
think
when it comes to men, man, they make some
do
dumb
it again
decisions.
over.
They
I know
just
it's the same.
I don't get it. Like
Again, that's why we've said this, and I've talked about this before. It just shows us why it was not intended for us to choose our own partners, right? Like we
yeah,
as women just don't know how to choose for the most part a good, like I said, you're doing the same thing again and again and again. It's like, how could you keep doing this over and over and over? So it's like it's just like this just shows like this is not how it's supposed to be for us, because our judgment, our rationale, our logic is too emotional feel, or
mostly
too
driven.
emotionally driven, and then you add social media on top of that. It's like we really on a whole nother. So it's yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The piling on and the stuff that you hear is it's so crazy. But yeah, I think learning from your past is really important. I think that ladies really need to learn how to take accountability. Man, it's not gonna kill you. It's gonna make your shit better. I'm telling you. Um, I'm trying not to curse, but uh, it will. It will. You know, if you sit there and you tell yourself, "Yo, I keep going for these same dudes. I'm not doing that no more." And then you stick
Yeah.
to that. You're
I mean,
going
you
to
got to
have a
be
better
accountable.
outcome.
Though. You
But
got
if
to
you
be
continue to
accountable.
say like, "Man, all these dudes ain't nothing. All these dudes ain't
Yeah,
nothing,"
that's
maybe they're
exactly.
not in that area or in that
Yeah,
space that you continue to dwell in. You got to
yeah.
get out of there. Get out of there. Same
You
thing with
put,
the guys. Get out of there. If you
mhm.
stay there, it is
That's
what
it.
it is.
Yeah, and again, it's just again, it's all goes back to having to be accountable to say, I chose. The women hate to say, y'all keep saying choose better, choose better, choose better, and that's like, but
You must choose better.
that
Yes,
is a real. It
it's
seems too
very
simple.
important.
I
It's
think it
very
seems too
important.
simple. Yeah, it seems too simple. So that's why a lot of women are like, y'all keep saying that. That's like, like
Well,
almost
true.
as if
Women
it's
do look
not.
for elaborate explanations. They definitely look for elaborate explanations.
Yeah, like I don't know how else to say it, but stop going into the same dirty water that you keep swimming in, and you keep looking for something else. Like like you said, it's the same.
And they
We only
wouldn't. They
men.
wouldn't do it with anything else. Like
No, I
they
know it's only
wouldn't.
with men.
If they
The
bought
job,
if they bought a bag from a certain store and it fell apart 3 times, that's it. If it fell
yeah,
apart twice, that's probably it.
yeah,
They probably be on there bashing your whole company after the first one fell apart. But
yep,
it's like when it comes to guys, I don't. They keep
yeah.
going back for another fucked up bag.
And this is why we see, especially in our community, why so many men got multiple baby mamas, because women don't care, and they will sleep with the same men who gotta, like, they see it, it's right in your face. So you gotta realize that only way you could do better and grow and get better is to be accountable, and you gotta take accountability and forgive yourself for those poor choices. Like I made some bad choices, and that's okay. But to be in denial and keep doing it is a whole nother thing. So yeah.
So the
Uh,
next one, which would be number 4, is,
mhm.
and I know I just said I'm trying to stop cursing, but I gotta say this way:
It's okay.
fuck what they say. You understand what I'm saying? And we all know who they are. You can't
Yeah.
let everybody else make the decision for you. You know
Yeah.
about what's best for you, who's best for you, what you should have, and all that type of stuff. You have to create your own reality. People will try to
Mhm.
base your reality off of their reality and their poor choices and everything that they've done, and then they push it straight down on you. And this is definitely more towards the women when it comes to this, because I don't think guys really do that to each other. We try to give each other the right advice. I think
Yeah.
women push things that never worked for them to their younger girls, to their nieces, their daughters.
Yeah.
Why are you pushing this stuff that never worked for you? It's mind blowing. It's like y'all want them to feel the same wrath. Like,
Yeah.
and
You don't want other women to surpass you. Like you want to keep them right. Like and
yeah,
we're
and
so
advice is always so.
We're so
Vague,
gullible
so
that we
cliche. It's
just
just like, oh,
yeah.
have fun, like, which means just go have sex. Like,
Mhm. Mhm.
come on, man, that ain't it. That ain't it. That's not going to help us get a better community, better outcomes. Like, we need to be back together as people. Like, everybody is so spread it out, and a lot of it comes from what they say
Yeah.
because they have the loudest voice
Yeah.
right now, and it comes from everywhere. Everybody's pushing similar messages. You know, it ain't too many people like pushing what you push or what we push. Um, it's those same messages, and you're gonna hear it a lot.
Mhm.
It's not as easy as it is for me to sit here and say it. I understand that, but
Yeah.
again, we got to be intentional about these things. If this is what we really want, we got to cut these people off because
Yeah.
they're saying all these things, but what are they doing? Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's like
I mean, I think which is the tough part is I think a lot of women are moving.
they ain't doing nothing but influencing people.
They're moving a certain like even if you are in a relationship and you are trying to get stronger in your relationship, you have to apply this as well. This is not just applying this to get in a relationship or get and find a perfect partner. This is about what you do have. You have to ignore a lot of these women because it is a lot of women will influence how you move, right? Like even down to how you work through challenges in your relationship. A woman will tell you that you shouldn't. They will tell you to just leave. They will tell you that, like it's whatever, and if you allow them to influence you, you will find yourself in like you'll just be in relationship at the relationship at the relationship if you keep letting these women tell you what
Having
to do
fun.
and how to do it. Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's
So
having fun. I mean,
yep.
that's I would
Like
never
life,
tell my
it's
daughter
almost
no
like this
shit
life
like
is too
that.
short. You can always, and even that whole thing, you can always find another man. There's always somebody better, and even that is just a whole another lie because there that's it ain't that easy. Because if it was, everybody would have a man. Because again, on one end they say you can
Well,
find another man, it's no big deal.
well, the
But
numbers are messed up, so
yeah,
it's more women than men already. So that already like let you know that the numbers is messed up. That it ain't a man for everybody. I mean,
hmm
somebody got the share game, but um, at the same time, it's like I said last week when we was talking, there are so many examples, and this is what I want the younger girls to hear. Like, it's so many examples. Look at
hmm
these women. I mean, the women that are my age in their 40s. You know what I mean? The ones that are pushing to their 50s, you even got some in their 50s.
hmm
We've seen them. We've seen them push this message for the last 25 years.
hmm
That we grew up through. Now y'all may be younger right now, so y'all didn't see it, but check
yeah,
them out. Look at
yeah,
where they're at. Beautiful girls, in shape girls, don't matter. Whatever you want to categorize it. Check them out. The ones that push that message to y'all. Look what they're saying now. Look
yep,
where they're at in their lives. If you want to go that route, then that's cool. I ain't here to tell you. If you see it, you like it. That's all I got for you. But if you don't, check them out. That ain't that. I don't think that's what you want.
yeah.
That ain't what you want.
hmm hmm Well, y'all, and the last one, the most important one, I think, to do any of this stuff that we have shared, you have to first be ready for a relationship. You have to really want it. You cannot be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And I think if you keep listening to the sisterhood, they will have you 1 foot in, 1 foot out, right?
They'll
Like
tell you
they
you can do
will,
both. Mhm.
right? And you just now, again, people live in this world where you can. And I think you have to look at the results of what those relationships are like. That you
You
have
have
to
to find a guy that's with
yeah,
that.
that's
Again,
going to
that
work for
goes
that,
to
right? Like you have to make those sacrifices, right? Like everybody, and no one's saying because I know people think this idea of when you're married, you don't have a life, you're nobody, like your marriage is the end all be all of your identity, but it is a real sacrifice if you want to be successful in
and
your marriage and your
and
relationship.
I just want to clarify because we didn't really say, but the 1 foot in, 1 foot out, meaning like you're still trying to live single too at the same
Yeah,
time. You still want to be a
yeah,
part of all the things that the single people are doing. Like,
mm-hmm.
so you trying to do that, but at the same time, you say you're trying to build this relationship. It's kind of tough
It's going
to
to be
do that.
hard. Yeah, it is. And I think that that's the part that because we don't, as we were talking about this morning, y'all nobody that y'all don't, these women don't want to miss out. They are a fear of missing out. They want to be everywhere. They got to be in everything. It's something that you just going to have to, at some point you're going to miss out, and in a good way. That like you're not missing out on
Well,
the parties
it's
that's
again,
happening. You can create
it's a
new memories.
sacrifice. It's a give and take. You may miss out on this, but over here, you're not missing out.
Yeah, you're having a
And the
great
people
time.
who might be over there, they may be at that event, but they missing out on whatever's over here. So
Yeah.
we can't be everywhere. That's what I'm saying. You have to
Right.
make a decision. You can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And
Mm-hmm.
hey, listen, we all then experienced our fun and partying and all that, right? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
not even acting like you shouldn't experience that. My thing is that just remember it's a clock, it's time. Like, you know what I mean? We cannot waste all of our years doing dumb shit. And that's the
Yeah.
message. The message
Yeah.
is saying go ahead, waste them because you can
Yep.
come back. And everybody who trying to come back, they don't.
Don't come
The
back. Yeah.
percentages is very low. I mean, we got a 1 or 2. You got the one, like my man said on the wire, but you ain't got too many. The percentages
Yeah.
is very low. Are the ones that make it back and find that life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's something that, and I'm going to throw in a little extra one too right here, because this is just one of my personal ones. But you got to get at it young. You must get active young. Not saying you got to get married when you're 22, but you must get active young in terms of finding that person and being serious and intentional about the 5 things we just said. Got to start that
Mm-hmm.
stuff young. Don't wait until you're 36 to start it. It's too
Yeah.
late. Start
Yeah.
that stuff young. You know what I mean? Build the habits. Understand what you do want. Like, and then go ahead and make it work for you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's that. I mean, that's really what it is. And again, a lot of this is very important to be an individual and make your own choices. And you can like everyone's going to give you advice, and we're not saying that you can't take advice from people who are really genuinely trying to help you, on your journey. But I think a lot of times women are so secretive, and they don't want to really go to people who they really could get real advice from. They'll go to the people who will coddle them and tell them what they want to hear, and all of the things that we try to finesse and do because we don't want to be real about what I'm doing. You have to be honest with yourself and also be accepting that everyone's not trying to see you win. We don't live in a society that relationships are being promoted. It's very much promoted to be single, be free, do whatever you want to do. So when you're talking about a relationship and wanting to be in a relationship, just watch how your friends change. It's so crazy to say that, but watch how your friends respond when you start saying, I want a man, I want to be married, I don't want to be out here going to the club all the time. Like they will start to disappear. They won't, and that's a real that's a true sign of your friend is not really someone who wants to see you truly happy. She wants to see you how she sees you, or how she wants to keep you in where she is. So
So before we go, I want to go through them again one more time. Just
mhm.
these 5. So number 1, no sex. If somebody likes you and you can build a real connection without sex, I think that's very, very important. Number 2, be true to your standards. They're your standards. If you keep
Yep.
breaking them, you're never gonna get them. You know what I mean? Number 3, gotta learn from your past. Things that you go through, things that you may have made mistakes on. Admit those mistakes. Just don't make them again. You'll be
Yep.
fine. Number 4, fuck what they say. Don't let nobody else tell you what's good for you or what you should have. If you like it, like it. Don't let nobody else shape that for you. And the last one, gotta be ready for the relationship. None of this is gonna work if you're still trying to do both. Gotta be ready for the relationship. So, and before we go, I just want to say that the title of this is how to pick the perfect partner. And I want y'all to know that no relationship is perfect. That's just a title. You're going to go through some things. You're going to have to go against life together. So you got to be prepared for that and mean that, because perfect is something that don't even exist.
Yeah. Well, I picked my perfect man. So if you want to pick the perfect man, like I picked, take our advice. Okay.
Oh man, we love y'all, man, and we want the best for y'all. Straight up.
Yeah. Yes. Well, thank y'all for, of course, tuning in to another episode from the 50/50 House Show. We appreciate it. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, of course, because we are building all 2026. Okay, so let
Mhm.
us know in the comments what you guys think. If you got some more tips that you feel is good for the advice to put
If
in the
y'all
comments,
like these type
put
of
in the
videos,
comments.
yeah, let us know.
Yes, put it in the comments. Let us know if you like this. Put in the comments what has worked for you. If you use some of these things, especially if you stop having sex. Let us know in the comments how did that work out for you for sure. See
Keep
you on the next episode. Bye.